Her daughter was only 7 years old, but her bedroom was full of socks stained with menstrual blood. While driving, the mother tried to ask her about it, but Natalie angrily reached over and covered her mother's eyes. Thankfully, the car stopped safely. The father, who was waiting at home, rushed over immediately. Natalie threw herself into his arms, crying, and told him that her mother was being too mean to her. But that was just the beginning. What truly turned mother and daughter into enemies happened during a televised interview. It turned out Christina's older son, Jacob, was also adopted, though he was just 13 and diagnosed with autism. Christina had poured her heart into raising him. Under her guidance, Jacob showed signs of being a science prodigy, and was even granted early admission to Princeton University. That achievement caused a stir in their community. During the TV interview conducted at their home, Natalie deliberately hid a used tampon under the couch. At that moment, Christina realized Natalie was trying to provoke her. The interview was immediately cut short. That night, in front of her husband, Christina confronted Natalie about what she'd done, and lashed out, insisting there was no way Natalie was really 7. A child that age simply couldn't have started menstruating. The next day, Christina laid down strict rules. Natalie would now be responsible for daily chores, but Natalie refused to comply. Then she said something that shocked Christina again. It turned out Mike had lost his job 3 months ago, but had been lying to Christina, pretending he'd been promoted. Natalie clearly meant to stir up conflict between them. That afternoon, Christina pulled out Natalie's adoption records, which confirmed she was legally listed as 7 years old, but the photo in the file wasn't Natalie at all. Even with the evidence in front of her, Natalie tried to cover up the truth by sweet-talking her father. Later, Christina tracked down the address listed on the adoption documents, Natalie's previous foster home. But what she uncovered shocked her even more. Natalie had conspired with the adoption agency to place herself with Christina's family, so they'd cover her medical expenses, while the agency pocketed a cut of the payments. Even worse, Natalie wasn't a child at all. She was an adult. Christina threatened to send her to a psychiatric facility, but Mike had other plans. He was preparing to appear on a talk show to share his experience raising a child with special needs. Sending that same child to a psych ward would destroy his image. He asked her, "What will the public think of me then?" Faced with that, Christina reluctantly backed down. Soon, the interview resumed as if nothing had happened. But how long could this perfect couple keep up the act for the cameras?